Saturday marks the World Day to Combat Desertification. We turn the spotlight on the Chinese capital, Beijing, which for decades has been under the threat of sandstorms from deserts to its northwest. Our reporter Ning Hong visited one of the affected areas to find out what's been done to reduce the threat of moving sand dunes.
This sand dune is only less than 100 kilometers from Beijing. In Zhangjiakou City's Huailai lays the last barrier to stop sand from moving towards the Chinese capital. Lu Guide grew up near this area. He recalls how bad the sandstorms used to be.
This area behind me used to be bare land, with sand dunes inching towards residential areas every year, bringing sand to nearby villages.
Since 2000, local authorities have been trying to control desertification here by planting trees every year. This has managed to keep the sand dunes from moving.
This sand dune is not a threat anymore, and you could see that there's a circle of trees surrounding it.
At this point in time, most of the desert areas have been turned into forest or at least covered with plants in a bit hot desertification. This is the only sand dune that left. Now it's become a tourist attraction. Despite all efforts, the battle of anti-desertification continues. As Wang Zhanyong points out, the climate plays a major role.
The survival of these trees that we plant largely depends on the weather. It is extremely dry this year, and if this weather continues, we may have to intervene.
It's also a costly affair. Keeping these plants alive in a desert area requires a huge investment. Since 2016, the local forestry authority has been borrowing funds from banks, with 120 million yuan so far spent on anti-desertification. And in years to come, the number is expected to rise if people intend to keep the land green. Ning Hong, CGTN, Hebei Province.